Hello everyone, Neil for T-Shares here, coming at you with another strategy for TETRA, where we automate your DeFi. Today we're going to take a look at FairHex. What is it? Well, it's a way to amplify your hex yields. And we're looking at a strategy which does just that. Well, thank you for coming to this channel. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's take a look now at how FairHex can work for you. Now let's take a look at how TETRA can automate this yield strategy for Hex using the FairHex front end. So like everything, we have our TETRA wallet that's managing all this for us. And we have a strategy running. But it's either going to help us DCA into Hex through, say, some fresh capital, or the yield from another strategy to purchase it. So either way, we have our Hex. And now we go to the FairHex protocol, and then we're going to stake it. And that stake ends, we will receive 3 tokens. The Hex principal, as normal, but the yield from Hex will be in the FairHex token, and then the Hedron, which is an optional thing. Now, the FairHex yield is different than a native Hex stake because instead of being at a normal 3 to 5 to 10%, whatever the rate of Hex you get as yield from staking, it gives you 20 to 40% more than that, which you can in turn immediately swap back for Hex if you so choose. And so, in this strategy, what we're going to try to do is try to accumulate a lot of this FairHex token, because though we're going to look at rolling stakes and we will restake our principal, by holding FairHex, you will receive Hex as a reflection, which we use in future stakes. So now, in the Hedron, we will stake to earn ICOSA to turn around and buy more FairHex. That's the goal of this strategy. So this is a blow up of what's fixing to happen in some rolling stakes. I just want to show you all this in detail, then we'll go look at it more of a bird's eye view of how this will work out in the future. So we go through FairHex and we begin our rolling stake. And TETRA will manage this based upon gas fees and everything. And then that stake will end. So when it's gas efficient, we end the stake. And then, like we said, we're earning the ICOSA from the Hedron mint. We have our FairHex and we have our Hex. And we begin our next stake by taking our principal and restaking it for the next time. And that stake will then end. When it ends, again, we'll receive our yields as stated before. Now, while this stake is going, and even after it ends, we are earning as ICOSA from our Hedron stake in purchasing more FairHex. And then the FairHex that we've held and had from the beginning is earning Hex as well. So when it comes time for the third part of the rolling stake to begin, we then take our principal and then add to it the Hex we have from the reflections from holding FairHex, thus increasing our size. Now obviously the T-share rate is something to consider, and so in this, sometimes you might need to take some of this FairHex yield to convert back to Hex to keep up with the T-share rate so that your Hex yield is staying at the rate you choose. So it's always something you must consider, and TETRA can manage that for you as well, based upon the time of the stake starts and stops. And so eventually, you could have this run and kind of recompound over and over again as long as you see fit. And whenever you choose to, you can stop the stakes and sell or restake your principal or do what you want with it. And then while holding all this FairHex, you're still receiving Hex. And so in doing so, you could potentially have it to where it could drop and add extra stakes in between these rolling stakes you've already set up. So perpetually, you could set this up and have TETRA manage in such a way that, I guess theoretically, you could have a rolling stake ending every day of the month perpetually by doing this kind of compounding effect. So this is just some ways you can utilize TETRA to manage these complex systems without having to worry about dates and times, and also manage your gas fees and expenses. And so I hope you've learned something through this and utilizing FairHex, how the staking protocol works, and then how it acts as a yield-bearing asset to earn more Hex over time. Well, as you can see, a strategy such as this one can be pretty daunting to do manually. It'd be a lot to remember, a lot to write down, and a lot of dates you have to keep up with. But with TETRA, all this can be done for you and managed simply and programmed with our simple drag and drop user interface. Well, I thank you for joining me today looking at FairHex. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Well, this is Neil for T-Shares signing off with another strategy for TETRA. Have a nice day and take care.